I first met Priest in a fucking, we was in a lunchroom and shit, and fucking, we was eating lunch, and fucking, this conversation was talking about video games. I don't know where it came from, but you know, Priest was the first guy in school with the Atari 5200. Everybody else had it. Atari 2600. He had the 5200. He had the new shit. So when he came to the school talking about, yo man, I got new cartridges and all that. It was this guy named Leroy. He was the school bully, and he used to, you know, when you back then, you used to borrow, you know, cartridges and you bring them back the next day. But I ain't meet Priest. I didn't know Priest. I was talking to Leroy, the school bully. See, everybody liked me because I was like a breath reliever to everybody and shit. I used to wear glasses. I was one of them smart motherfuckers. So, but still, you know, funny, class clown shit. So when the bully came to me, he was like, yo, man, I got this new cartridge, man. Son, this shit is crazy. It was called, I think it was Dig Dug. If I'm not too sure, I think it was Dig Dug. He's like, yo, man, I just took this shit from this motherfucker, man. Yesterday, man, this motherfucker ain't getting it back. Meanwhile, he talking about Priest. I don't even know Priest. So I'm like, oh, well, you got this shit? Yo, I'm coming to your crib tonight. I'm gonna come to your crib after school, and we gonna play this shit. So, you know, lunchtime down, you know, you gotta go, it's almost 3 o'clock. So Priest in my math class. So I sit next to Priest. Fucking, we in 7th period, I think. And Priest was like, yo, man, this guy, man. This guy, man, this guy talking about, he's got my fucking cartridge, man. He ain't give me my cartridge. I was like, oh, that's your shit? I'm like, yeah. Now I don't be on no dry snitching, but I'm like, damn, oh, you, that's your shit. And Priest was big in elementary. The same height he in the width how he is now, that's how Priest was. Priest, you see the Priest now, he was like that in 6th, 5th grade, like that, big like that, football playing motherfucker. I was always in the gymnastics, you know what I mean? I was the back flipper, Arabian tuck, you know, somersault dude. Priest was the football player. So, fucking, the shit was funny. When I said, yo, Leroy, I said, no, you know what? It was the next day when Priest was like, yo, man, some nigga took my cartridge. It was the next day. I was like, oh, that's your shit. I was playing that shit last night. Man, that shit is banging. My man got that shit in his crib. So I was like, he was like, Leroy took my shit? Oh, and gave it to, like, you know, he gave it to somebody else. So when I told Priest that shit, for some reason, he got up in the math class and picked up the chair and started wilding on Leroy, beating his head, boom, 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 beating his head, boom, boom, boom. The teachers, their principal, everybody coming in. This nigga going crazy over cartridge, man. Cause of me on some, yo, that was your shit? I didn't even know that was your shit. You know, maybe if I wouldn't have said that and just played Leroy's side, none of this would have happened. I probably even met Priest. That was some funny shit over a cartridge, son. That shit is funny. I met Priest over Dig Dug. That's funny. Oh, Jizza? I met Jizza on a different incident. On some, you know, because I'm from Bushwick. And Jizza used to live up the block. And before Jizza used to go to Bed-Stuy, do or die, he used to cross, you gotta cross the tracks from Bushwick to Bedford-Stuyvesant. And I was on a point from Bed-Stuy to the Brownsville, the Bushwick section, East New York, right there in the middle on Cooper. And it was this a loud spot right on the corner, across the street from my crib. You know, I had the live crib, you know what I mean? Everybody know where I was at, because you had the chicken spot, fish spot, everybody from the parties at the dice games, you know, you go in there, you get your little food, and it was so funny. It was nobody in there. I went in there, and I was just trying to decide what I wanted. I knew what I was gonna get, but I was just deciding how I was gonna hook it up. Then this dude came through, came in by himself, he was cool and shit, you know, we was looking at each other because we the only two in there and shit, right? I still ain't ordered yet, so he went in there, automatically knew what he wanted. You know, I've been in there waiting, contemplating, like, damn, what should I get this? But saying to my mind, no, I'm good. He went in there, he just went straight in there. Let me get a fish with cheese. I think it was let me get a fish, lettuce. I was like, oh damn, fish? He goes, you know, he right there by the window, like, oh, you fish? All right, let me get the chicken, let me get the fucking, let me order my shit. Cause I'm figuring, reason why I ordered so fast behind her, cause I was like, I was there already. So I ain't want the chef make his food before me, and I'm already there. So I said, yo, let me get my chicken too, man. I was here already. Like on some, you know what I mean? Like, yo, don't fix his fish shit before mine. You know me, I'm here already. So when I said my chicken, when he said fish first, I said the chicken, he looked at me like we said it like in a rhythm, like we like in a flow. Fish, chicken, we both had them voices. Jizza he's in tune with sound. He's a genius with that. So we looked at each other. He's very smart too. He looked at me and he was like, you know, you move your neck back. He's like, oh, I don't know if he was saying, yo, damn, you got one of you want, I don't know, man. It was something mysterious or something. Not mysterious, but on some, I don't know. And then all of a sudden we got our food and shit, you know, at the same time. That was the ill shit, because, you know, we got our food at the same time. My chicken right there, his fish hooking up, you know, we paid and got this shit. Boom. So we go outside. I live across the street, he lived up the block. So he was like, yo, so you live around? I'm like, yeah, I'm right here. When I pointed to where I live at, he was like, oh, I know somebody that live over there. And he was talking about my uncle. And my uncle Brute, him and my uncle Brute was real close. And, you know, they was always on some hip hop shit, on some Who the Nicest and shit. This was like 1990, 91, 92. So all y'all kids that's 15, 16, this is way before y'all. So this is some history for y'all, you know what I mean? Which is good. But again, boom. I know Dreddy Kruger from Bushwick, went to school with him. Not one night, I was in Bushwick one night, going crazy, bananas, spitting mad shit, 2 hours, 3 hours long on the corner. One day, Dreddy Kruger was like, yo, I gotta take you to see the Jizza. I'm like, who, the Jizza? Who the fuck is the Jizza? So I'm like, yo, I'm hot-headed. I'm like, whatever, let's go. So we go. I'm like, oh shit. I met him before in Times Square. And I first met him in the chicken spot. I never knew, I met him as a genius. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm with Dreddy. He talking about he the Jizza. I'm telling Dreddy, yo, he know me already. Boom. So we bugging already. So I'm like, oh shit. And Jizza, the genius, was like, Dreddy, you know, he looking at Dreddy like, oh, you know him? Like, oh shit. So you know how this shit go. So we rolling for a minute, you know, smoking bones and shit, and all that shit, going crazy. Then, one day, Killah Priest, I don't know him as Killah Priest. I knew him as his given name, you know, because we went to school. One day, Dreddy was like, yo, this dude named Killah Priest. We go. I'm like, Killah Priest? I'm like, come on, let's go. Come on. So we go see Killah Priest. I'm like, Walter? Oh shit. So Dreddy bugging. Dreddy looking at me like, you know him? And Priest already knew me from rhyming. We used to rhyme together in math class. So he already know what my capability is or shit already. So he like, oh shit. So then I was like, yo, Priest was like, he's bugging. He was like, so you genius? Jizza? We was like, oh shit, the way we met is crazy, man. And then Master Killah, oh my God. Oh man, this story is the illest story, the untold story of Timothy Drayton, man. Timbo King, Timbuktu, the school of the gifted. But yeah, man, the RZA is on some whole different story. I met RZA on some, we've had a battle on some real shit. You know what I mean? He'll tell you to this day. And the only reason why he came off because he had used mathematics on me. And back then I didn't use mathematics. I was a straight street cat. So my whole shit was, you know what I mean, you know, on some duck season, on some, you know, Elmer Fudd. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I can remember Walking Maniac, some crazy shit. But it's not what I say to niggas, it's how I said it. And niggas couldn't understand that chemistry I had. But RZA, I met him through Rakim, the ill figure, and Rakim, he was known as the hood, as the scientist, the street scientist that come around with the laboratory helping those. And he knew I was one of them gifted ones in the hood, because Rakim got one of those voices too. And his voice, oh my God, he's the god of the voice. So when they looked at him, they looked at me. So they were like, y'all two together? Oh my God. So yo, man, this man. Shouts to the family, my royal family.
Veniaram.